My good people of God, how are you doing today? Thank you for all the likes, comments and shares on the previous video. I feel very loved. Thank you very much for joining me on another exciting episode of Your ICAN Starter Pack. You know how we do it. My name is Chidinma Osigwe, and on today's episode we'll be having or answering a very interesting question. So this lady Rachel, she reached out to me, said all the amazing stuff in my DM, and she ended it with a question that says, as an accountant, is ICAN compulsory? Now I have two options: to either attack the question, attack the sender, or answer mildly. And I've chosen to answer mildly. And my response is, ICAN is not compulsory as an accountant, but ICAN is necessary. Don't let me say ICAN because we have the ACCA that also makes you a chartered accountant. The difference is ICAN qualification, right, is in Nigeria, and now we also have affiliation with other countries where it is recognized, and then ACCA is around the globe, right? Let me even say this to say that I have a friend that got a job abroad. She actually had ACCA. Why she didn't get the job abroad, why they didn't pay for her flight and everything, cost of traveling for her to come, was because she did not have Nigerian ICAN. So in their head, they're like, how come you studied in Nigeria, you became qualified in Nigeria, and you do not have the Nigerian qualification? That was how she lost the job. So I would say that anything that adds to your portfolio as an accountant, then you should, why don't you want to go for it? Why don't you want to go for it, right? And if you want to actually practice as an accountant in Nigeria without limitations, I would say take a professional qualification. There are other professional qualifications that you can opt for if you do not want to opt for ICAN, right? But if you want that stamp on your name, like that respect that comes with becoming an accountant, then why don't you want to become a chartered accountant? It's like saying, I want to practice as a lawyer and I don't want to go to law school. Or I want to practice as a medical student and I don't want to go to medical school. That's what your question sounds like to me, right? So I would say that ICAN is a necessity. Go for it if you can afford it, if you have the time, if you have the discipline to sit down and read and study. Why not go for it? There are other options, right? If you don't want to do the ICAN certification, if you have dollars to exchange or pounds to exchange, you can go for ACCA, right? And then you already know that if you have your ICAN qualification, you have exemptions. I think you have about 4 papers to write in ACCA to get the ACCA qualification. So you can take that at your own pace, 1 paper at a time, 2 papers at a time, depending on exchange rate and depending on whether your company is sponsoring or you have plenty money. If you don't want to write ICAN, there are other qualifications you can go for. You can go for CITN, Chartered Institute of Taxation in Nigeria. You can go for other small qualifications as well that can make you practice and give you prestige on the job. If you enter entry level BSc accounting or BSc business administration, do you want to stay on the same level forever? No. For you to move higher, you already know that you're on the same level with anybody that comes in with a BSc. So you need to look for something else to add to what you already have, right? So if you don't even want to add anything to what you already have, you don't want any professional qualification, you don't want CITN, you don't want ACCA, you don't want ICAN, you sure don't want. So already you've come in with your BSc qualification, right? And you're already on entry level position, for example, and every other person is moving higher. What are the other things you can do? See, your ICAN is not even enough. You can be a chartered accountant, but it's not even enough. You need other soft skills. You need other basic skills that can allow you to thrive on your job. So you see lots of chartered accountants that cannot even make use of Excel. So what are you coming to come and do on the job? You cannot even make use of PowerPoint. So what are you coming to do on the job? You cannot even make use of Microsoft Word. You cannot even compose an email properly. You will see lots of people, especially the ones that maybe their parents have sponsored from uni days, start writing their exams immediately, no internship. What makes you stand out are the skills that you learn on your own pace. Those are the things that make you stand out, not even the professional qualification. Professional qualification already gives you an edge in terms of your ranking in an organization, in terms of salary, in terms of competitive salary. But what makes you thrive on the job are other skills that you have acquired different from your professional qualification. I tell people, if I take away your professional qualification from you now, what can you do? How well can you earn for yourself? I started earning well even before my professional qualification. I was able to pay my way through my professional qualification because of the other skills that I have learned from my OND days. I interned in an accounting firm. We already knew how to prepare payroll from scratch. We already knew how to make use of Excel. I was already taking an Excel Pro course. You understand? So all these are the other add-ons that helps you, the value added. Then your professional qualification now makes them say, this girl has arrived or this guy has arrived. So is ICAN compulsory? No. Is ICAN a necessity? Yes. Should I do ACCA? Yes, if you can afford it and the exchange rate will not choke, or if your company is willing to pay for you. But what is compulsory? Value added, the other skills that can allow you thrive on your job. That's my response to that question. Thank you very much for asking your question. Please continue asking your questions. Thank you for the love on my other videos as well. And till I come your way next time, my name is Chidinma Osigwe, and this episode is sponsored by Wig Sanctuary. Bye.